Hey guys, it's Buntle Shata, and on today's video, I'm going to show you how I achieved making picture frames, or should I call them art frames, but they are frames. So what I did here, I got these prints from All Printables online. I think it was 60 Rand for 3 of them. I got them around December. So they literally send you the prints and then you just print them out. So first I'm going to start off with cutting the boards. I didn't have a ruler with me, so I had to improvise and use a tape measure. So I'm just making sure that these things are straight. It's actually things that I'm going to use on the back of these frames. Me realizing that I don't have everything that I need for this project, I had to go to Builders Warehouse to get a few things. So I had to go get the borders of the frames. I don't know what you call them, but I call them the borders of the frame, the outside things of the frame. So this is my design. This is the kind of frames that I want. I don't know where I got this from, but literally I just came up with this and I drew it and I felt like, okay, I want this for my sitting area because it's just too plain. Now I got to Builders and I got assisted by the same guy that assisted me with the mirror project because he does all the cutting and everything. Like, big ups to him. He always goes an extra mile. So we got what we were looking for. We got actually skatings, different types of skatings, and there he is helping me to cut them in angles so that it's easier for me to assemble. So we had to cut and measure the sizes of the frames. Now when I got home, it was time for the real work. I had to hand file the skatings with sandpaper because they were brown and shiny, and I needed to apply black paint on those things. So I had to remove the brown color. It was a job. Now these are some of the products I used. I used silicone and I also used wood filler and some white glue just to get the pieces together. So I also had to go into the lounge just to measure where I want to place these frames and be sure exactly where I wanted to place them. So this is what I am doing. I am using the leftover wood or skating to make sure that I get the measurements right. And there is the first frame. I had applied the wood filler on it so that it's not too rough on the edges. So once everything is dry, the glue is dry, the wood filler is dried, I then go ahead and paint the frames. So you have to wait first for everything to be dry. Make sure it is dry or else it's gonna fall apart. So I had decided to do the frames one by one because I was not sure how it's gonna work out. So that's the first frame, it's painted, it's black, and that's the other one that is not yet painted, it was still drying. And that's the third frame that was already done. I think I did that the previous day. So I wanted to be sure of what I'm doing first before I could continue. So moving on, I created these frames. I also had to hand file them. Gosh, it was such a job. I created these frames. I called them the blank spaces or blank frames. I also still use skating, but a different type. So these ones, I was just being creative, guys. I don't know. They are different from the other 3 that I had done. So I also wanted just to be sure where I'm going to place them. And yeah, I did that. And trust me, the process was not easy. They were falling apart. They just didn't want to go up. So I had to put them up piece by piece. And they were falling off. but eventually I managed to get them up there, and then I used the wood filler just to keep the corners. It was not giving as smooth because really it was not giving. Me being me, at this point I just knew that it had to be done and I had to finish what I had started. So this is the final product, and at least now the back of my couch does not look so plain anymore. I really love how it turned out. It was not so bad, except the job of having to hand scrub or hand file the skatings, but it was a beautiful experience. I enjoyed working on this. If you also like experimenting or creating or making your own pieces in your own space, you can go ahead and try it and let me know how it went on the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. See you on my next one.